Good morning, girls. Today I will go for the next problem. Static schema. The greatest resultant two forces having P, the least resultant is Q. Prove that the resultant when they are inclined at an angle alpha is square root of P square cos square alpha by 2 plus Q square sin square alpha by 2. What we have to prove? This square root of P square cos square alpha by 2 plus Q square sin square alpha by 2. You see the proof. Let F1, F2 be two forces and the resultant is R. What now we have to consider F1 and F2 with the two forces and the resultant is R. This is obviously you know that. Then given what they have given, the of two forces have in P, the least resultant in Q. So what we are doing is P is equal to F1 and Q is equal to F2. So what you will get, R square is equal to, you know this, F1 square plus F2 square. R square is equal to F1 square plus F2 square plus 2F1 F2 cos alpha. You keep it as equation number 1. Given the greatest resultant is P. So greatest value what we have think, cos theta is equal to plus 1 and the least value is in cos theta is equal to minus 1. So next equation, see how you are getting. P square is equal to, the greatest resultant is P. So P square is equal to F1 square plus F2 square plus 2F1 F2 in cos alpha place you are doing plus 1. So you are getting second equation. The least resultant in Q. So what you are doing, Q square is equal to F1 square plus F2 square plus 2F1 F2 into minus 1. So what you will get, third equation, Q square if it is minus means minus 2F1 F2. So what you will get, Q square is equal to F1 square plus F2 square minus 2F1 F2. That is the third equation. Then given that the resultant is R is equal to this one, what they have given, result R is equal to square root of P square cos square alpha by 2 plus Q square sin square alpha by 2. So you are substituting that F1 P value and Q value, and you are finding the value for R. Last what you are getting, R is equal to square root of F1 square plus F2 square plus 2F1 F2 cos alpha. Squaring on both sides you will get that value. That's all ma. Next, every problem is the same like this only, nothing to worry, is very easy. Next problem, you see forces of magnitude P and Q acting at a point. If the direction Q is reversed, then the resultant turns through at an right angle. Prove that P is equal to Q. You have to prove that. You see that solution. Let E1 vector and E2 let E1 cap and E2 cap be the unit vectors along OA and OB. You see the diagram. Then P vector is equal to P into E1 cap, Q vector is equal to Q into E2 cap. By the question what we are doing, P vector is equal to P into E1 cap and Q vector is equal to Q into E2 cap. Therefore R vector is equal to P vector plus Q vector. R vector is equal to what now, P into E1 cap plus Q into E2 cap. Next what they have given, Q is reversed, then the result turns through at a right angle. What they have given, if Q is reversed, the resultant is R1 vector. So R1 vector is equal to P E1 vector reverse, no. So R1 is equal to Q is reverse. So R1 Q is equal to minus Q will get. So R1 vector is equal to P into E1 vector minus Q into E2 cap. Given R and R1 are right angle. So R1 and R and R1 are right angle. So what you will get, R into R1 vector is equal to 0. Then so R vector what you have, P into E1 cap plus Q into E2 cap. Likewise R1 is P into E1 cap minus Q into E2 cap equal to 0. You solve that, you will get P square minus Q square is equal to 0. Therefore P square is equal to Q square, P P is equal to Q. That's all, ma. Next, you see the next problem. The magnitude of resultant of the forces F1 and F2 acting on a particle is equal to the magnitude of F1 when the first force is double. Show that the new resultant is perpendicular to F2. You see the proof. Since the magnitude of F1 vector and F2 vector is equal to the magnitude of F1 vector. So, what they have given, magnitude of F1 vector and F2 vector is equal to the magnitude of F1 vector. So, what we are doing, modulus of F1 vector plus F2 vector is equal to modulus of F1 vector, taking square on both sides. So, what we will get, modulus of F1 vector plus F2 vector the whole square is equal to modulus of F1 whole square. So, you solve this steps and all easy Mallima, you see that you will get the answer. Next, you see the next problem. Two forces of equal magnitude act on a particle and they inclined at an angle theta. If one of them have the angle between the other and the original result is bisected and original resultant is bisected by the new result, show that theta is equal to 120 degree. You see the proof. Given angle AOB is equal to theta and OA is equal to OB. In the figure, the resultant of OA vector and OB is OC vector. You see the diagram. Then the new result, what they have given of the new resultant of OA vector and OB vector is OC vector. Given OC is bisected at an angle of AOC by the bisection theorem. By the theorem, you have one theorem. By resultant of that bisection theorem, OA by OC is equal to AC dash divided by CC dash is equal to 1. C dash is a midpoint. See the diagram. Then OA by OC is equal to 1. Therefore, OA is equal to OC. But by given what ma, you see what they have given, OA is equal to OB. From 1 and 2, OA is equal to OB is equal to OC. Then OA is equal to AC is equal to OC. Since OB is equal to AC, you see this proof, you will get understand. Here next problem and all very easy only, girls. Just you refer, nothing to worry. This problem is important. I will say this. Other problem you see once, you will get understand. If you have any doubt means you can ask me in our YouTube channel or comment, or else in group also you can ask, girls. Just to refer that. Now after teaching this problem, I will go to the third unit. Okay ma, I will say third unit. Give the notes and then I will teach third unit. Okay ma, now we will go to this problem. The resultant of P and Q has magnitude P. Show that if P is double, the new resultant is perpendicular to the force Q and its magnitude is square root of 4P square minus Q square. This one is important ma. So you see the resultant of P and Q is modulus of P vector plus Q vector is equal to modulus of P vector they have given. So when P is double, the new resultant is perpendicular to Q. So when P is double, so what you will get, P is double means modulus of P vector the whole square is equal to modulus of P vector plus Q vector the whole square. Then what you will get, you know this one, modulus of P vector plus Q vector the whole square. How you will write? P vector plus Q vector into P vector plus Q vector. Modulus of P vector the whole square, P vector dot P vector. You are using by this one by dot product. So you multiply this one, P vector dot P vector plus P vector dot Q vector plus Q vector dot P vector, like this. This one you know. Then you are solving this. you will get this one. You take q as a common and you will get 2p plus q is equal to 0. Therefore 2p plus q is perpendicular to q. Now we have to find the magnitude for new result. What new result you have? This one, 2p plus q is perpendicular to q. So modulus of 2p plus q is equal to modulus of 2p plus q vector the whole square is equal to 2p plus q into 2p plus q. You multiply this, you know that how to solve that, and you will get this answer. That's all girls. Remaining problems once you see you will understand by yourself. After seeing this, if you have any doubt means you ask. Nothing is hard in this, just you refer that, you will be very easy as before problem only. If you have any doubt means you can ask. Now we'll go next class, we will go for third unit. Okay girls, thank you girls. You just refer and say girls. Thank you.